This is a sports catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there. It's Jeff Kurgan and welcome you to another sports catastrophe on this day. And on this date, September the 24th, 1988, Canada was proud. They had a 100 meters champion. Ben Johnson was going to do something for the first time since Percy Williams in 1928 and win the 100 meters. So this was when he won the event. Obviously, we all know what happens. But anyway, Ben Johnson was a great sprinter. He worked under Charlie Francis, and he was helping deny the stereotype that Canadians can't run and all that. So Ben Johnson was great. He was the defending world champion. So it was a big event. It was a gigantic event in the whole thing. So they went with the heats and all that. In the heats, Ben Johnson was he easily won. He beat his Chinese opponent by 0.18 seconds. Meanwhile, another Canadian, Desai Williams, won his heat in 10.24, beating the Kenyan Wakanza. Carl Lewis won his, beating J.C. Tourville France in 10.39 seconds. In the quarterfinals, Ben Johnson didn't really run that well. He ended up losing to Linford Christie and Dennis Mitchell. So that wasn't good, but he still qualified as one of the fastest losers. Meanwhile, his Canadian counterpart, Desai Williams, actually won his thing with De Silva of Brazil taking second. So that was amazing. Carl Lewis won his quarterfinal with a 9.99 mark, just under 10 seconds, and beating Robson De Silva of Brazil. In the semifinals, Desai Williams, in 10.24 seconds, qualified for the finals, alongside Ray Stewart, Calvin Smith, and, of course, Carl Lewis. In the second semifinal, Ben Johnson put up a 10.03, winning it and getting to the finals alongside Linford Christie, Dennis Mitchell, and Robson De Silva. So now you know 3 Americans, 2 Canadians, a Jamaican, a Brazilian, and someone from Great Britain were ready to go for the race. Ben Johnson ran hard and thrust his right arm in the air. It did cost him a faster time, but 9.79 was a world record, and it was within wind speed. So Ben Johnson did it. He took down Carl Lewis by 0.13 seconds per second, and Linford Christie took third. Unfortunately, of course, as you all know, we all know Desai Williams didn't do that badly. He finished second last. But anyway, we don't know about the Ben Johnson things and all that. So yeah. So, of course, Ben Johnson got in trouble for drugs, and Calvin Smith took a medal. Lewis won, Linford Christie took second. But anyway, he was Canada's hero. It was amazing and all that. However, Olympic doping control said that Johnson's urine sample contained stenolsozolode. Remember, that was his first sample, but his second sample also tested negative. Positive for drugs. So that means he was disqualified 3 days later. And Johnson did admit using steroids when he ran the world record in 87 at the World Championships. So he basically lost that gold medal and the world record too. Ben Johnson and his coach Charlie Francis said that the performance-enhancing agents were only used because they wanted to be on equal footing with other top athletes. And besides, Canada is not known as a sprinting nation. And what was weird about the 8 winners, the 8 people in the finals, only 2 runners actually were clean throughout their careers. They didn't have a drug allegation. Carl Lewis tested positive for drugs at least once. So Calvin Smith and Robson De Silva were the only 2 that were clean and all that. of course, you know, it was just terrible. Ben Johnson even claimed that one of Carl Lewis's track club teammates spiked his drink with the thing at the drug testing room because Johnson was trying to make urine for his test. May have slipped it in. The Toronto Star actually ran an article report in 2018 about the sample and said that it was traceable, but there was inconsistencies. Those Canadians were fantastic and all that. Unfortunately, Canadians witnessed the downfall of Johnson, and it was terrible. Ben Johnson was basically ostracized after his drug thing. He was named Newsmaker of the Year in 1988 for all the wrong reasons. So yeah, there was a lot of things and all that. There was even a 30 for 30 about the fact, or some kind of ESPN documentary, that in that 100-meter race in 1988, almost everybody got caught at least once in their careers with using illegal drugs. And as I said, Calvin Smith and Da Silva were the only two that never got caught, never faced anything. Ben Johnson would try a comeback. He failed to make the 91 World Championships in Tokyo, but made the Canadian Olympic team in 92. But he did not make the finals because he stumbled out of the blocks. In 93, he would be banned for life because he got caught for doping for excess testosterone. Ben Johnson was actually in Kitchener one time in 1999 to be in a track meet, but he would have to run alone against the clock. And he did it 11 seconds. However, in late 99, he failed a drug test again. So that was bad and all that. So Ben Johnson appeared in many charity events. But in the end, he failed miserably. He was actually sponsored in Cheetah Power Surge by Cheetah all the time. Yeah, ESPN did a documentary about the Ben Johnson thing. Now, it was not good for Canadians, like, seeing their hero fall flat after a bad drugs test. But it happened. It had to happen, unfortunately. So anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.